Well, I guess we can do videos to each other because I think that is probably the best idea for reception wise, but it's really not that bad on this end. I just don't know why you can't get through, except that our internet has been really weird and pixelated over the last few days. So it's probably weather cover or something. But I will start with the table of plants. She needs to get track lighting over that, and she needs to get track lighting that is 2 inches from those plants' tops. Otherwise, they're going to be stringy as fuck by the spring, and they're really going to weaken themselves that way. So get some track lights over them, stack them, whatever you got to do, but they're going to go towards that window, and you're going to end up with tomatoes that are 7 feet long and the size of half a pencil. So that's the first thing. You can, of course, contact me at any time about any of that stuff. Uh, with all of those seeds, I don't know how come nobody wanted to go through the list of all the seeds that I have. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm not even going to question it anymore. I don't give a shit. Anyway, one thing I will say, I don't know why you think it's my fault about the doctors. And I know that in your head right now you're going, this is not what I said, this is not what I said. But this is what you said. So, I'm not sarcastic with my doctors. At all. As a matter of fact, my problem is that when I get in front of a doctor, I get anxiety ridden, and I get throw up of the mouth sometimes when they're talking to me. I try to hit all of the points that I need to hit, like what I'm looking for or what's going on with me. And I try really hard not to get bowed down with the frustration and complaining of other doctors. Or like when I sat down with my GP the last time, he asked me if there was anything else that I needed, and I said, well, I really wish that my words carried more respect than they do. There's no way you can get less sarcastic than that, more pointed than that. I am not the reason bad shit happens to me. And I think of all of the things between me and you, that is the one thing that I can't seem to get away from with how you view me. You seem to view me. I don't understand why. I just don't. But it's very painful for me when you do shit like that. Again, I know that's not how you mean it, but watch your video. Because, yeah, they're assholes. Yes, they're idiots. Yes, they're incompetent. And yes, they're inept. But it's not because of anything that I'm doing or not doing. I told her that I was seeing a nutritionist. I told her I saw a nutritionist 2 weeks prior. I told her that that nutritionist and me were having a dialogue, and she did it anyway. That was nothing about what I said. I'm not sarcastic with my doctors. There are times when I retell a story where I'm more sarcastic in the telling of the story, but no, just isn't. Same goes with my relationships with my family and friends and coworkers and everything else. You know, I don't know. I know that my family, people who aren't there, think that because I can be a mouthy, sarcastic asshole when pushed or when angry, that is my behavior. But it's not. I don't do that. I try to joke around, but generally it's anxiety with my doctors, and I tend to be apologetic with my doctors, usually ending every appointment with, I'm sorry I've been talking so much, but there's a lot. I've got 7 years of medical history with doctors that don't give a shit about why you feel or are doing what you're doing, but that is what it is now. So instead of listening to me when I told her that I've gained 100 pounds in the last 7 years because I can't get the proper medical care in the proper places when I fucking ask for it. She ran an A1C because I'm fat, so therefore I must be diabetic. Didn't say anything to me. And then, you know, probably she thought, hey, we'll get a different nutritionist. She said, this is one that works with me. The nurse called me. She didn't. So I didn't talk to her. I talked to the nurse. The reason why I didn't say anything is because they woke me up. And I don't know, like when I wake up, I'm just not thinking about it. But I have been fucking pissed and arguing in my head. I can't get on my app to get my records because maybe they have to okay it through the office first, but there's no notes that say that, so I don't fucking know. And everything's through an app. You can't go through the fucking portal anymore. Anyway, I know you're trying to help. I know you're trying to give me criticisms that will help me. But it's not my fault. I'm not doing anything. I am being firm. I am being angry sometimes. I have cried. Angus has been there with me every single time, except for these last couple with the endo because he was parking the car. I shouldn't have to be anything with these fuckers at all. But I am not acting in a way that is not conveying what I'm trying to say or what I say to anybody else. They push, they don't listen, they don't take notes, and when they do, they're wrong. So, enough about that. I'm glad you guys had fun. Get a light on those plants. You will regret it if you do not get a light on those plants. He can take a track light. They cost $20, $40, depends on where you get them, and suspend it over 2 ladders, and that would be sufficient. But if you do not get lights on those plants, they will be horribly leggy. You can see how I got this set up here. And even with direct light, I still have some legginess. You can't really tell on that one. Anyway. Isn't that nice? I have a lot of nice plants. That's my Chilean tree there. This one is variegated ginger. It tastes so good. Fresh ginger. If you don't go out and buy fresh ginger, and you have to look at the little knobs on the little nipples, right? They have to be light, fleshy colored and kind of pink. Do not buy anything that's dried up on those little nipples. Alright, a little come back and stop recording. So after you find one that looks really nice, okay, don't put them in the fridge. Get yourself a big, probably 5-10 gallon. 10 gallon is better. The wider ones, not the tall ones, because they have very shallow roots. And where you can see how they come off to the side of a bigger piece, break them off. They have to have at least 1 nipple on them, and then bury them. Give them this space between anything, okay, and plant them up in a pot, and then just take the whole pot outside in the summertime when it gets over 75, 80 degrees. You'll have ginger. Let it grow. It'll just grow. Pour light is fine. You don't want them to be too wet, but they need to be moist. So good drainage. And they will grow their asses off all summer outside. When they die back, bring them in. They will be dormant. They can go dormant. Mine are dormant right now. But you can continue to grow them and then harvest it as you need it, which is the best. Or wait until it gets really kind of, it looks like it's compact, and then pull it all out. And then put a couple of the newer knobs back in. And I don't take the roots off some of them to replant them. And then you can harvest the whole rest of them. So I'm going to splice this video together, and I'll talk to you later. I'm glad you guys got to spend time with the babies and have a good time with the family. I'll let you know how it goes with rheumatology and gastrology. I guess those are the two. Anyway, getting an upper GI because I take so many fucking medications that my stomach's eating itself. Not medications, Tylenol and ibuprofen, because I'm not allowed to have anything more than that, apparently, for a back injury. And also rheumatoid, because I need to get this Sjögren's dealt with and treatment started, because I'm not living like this anymore. So I will talk to you later, and I love you. And please think about what I said. I would appreciate it. I know that you're heartbroken about it, and I know that you don't mean it that way, but goddamn, Mom, it does. That is what's being said. And I don't want to defend myself to anyone. I love you. Bye.